Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Gloucester, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the Royal Institute of British Architects and to the 2016 President's Medal Ceremony, our annual celebration of architectural education and research. Well, we're here to reward achievement by students, their tutors and practitioners and researchers at all stages of architectural training, from undergraduate to postgraduate, and in academic and professional research. For the RIBA, this is much more than an awards ceremony. The President's Medals are a celebration of excellence and innovation in architecture, both as a discipline and as a profession, that the Institute has proudly promoted on behalf of the architecture community for more than 180 years. And to tell you a little more about tonight's awards and their importance to the RIBA, please join me in welcoming to the stage the Chief Executive of the RIBA, Alan Vallance.
Thank you, David, and good evening, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely pleased to join you at tonight's ceremony, not only because the achievements by the winners that you're about to see are undoubtedly deserving of their awards, but because it's a privilege to say a few words at an event that's become one of the highlights in our calendar. As you may know, the RIBA President's Medals are our oldest awards. But when it was awarded in 1836, the first RIBA Silver Medal didn't celebrate an individual or a building. Instead, it was awarded to an essay as a recognition of the importance of education, critical thinking, and knowledge, not just for architects, but for all men and women. The essay was a detailed investigation on the structural properties of concrete, and it was awarded to George Godwin, who went on to win the RIBA Gold Medal, the Royal Gold Medal, in 1851, and established the Godwin Bursary to enable young British architects to study modern techniques of construction outside of Great Britain. For the Institute's founders, individuals educated into the benefits of better spaces were by nature more tolerant, healthier, and happier citizens, contributing to the creation of prosperous and cooperative communities at local, national, and international levels. In 1837, this ethically noble view of education became enshrined in our Royal Charter, and it's remained at the heart of our beliefs and values ever since. We'll start tonight's celebrations by announcing the winner of the RIBA's Annie Spink Award for Excellence in Architectural Education, which we award biennially to a tutor who's made an outstanding contribution to architectural education. This will be followed by the announcement of the winners of the 2016 RIBA President's Awards for Research and of the RIBA Research Medal. We'll then announce this year's winners of the President's Medals in 3 different categories. The Dissertation Medal for the best written work submitted at RIBA Part 1, 2 or equivalent. The Bronze Medal for the best design project produced during Part 1. And the Silver Medal for best design project submitted for Part 2. As well as the winners of the Sargent Awards for Excellence in Drawing and of the SOM Foundation Fellowships. This year, the RIBA invited the largest ever number of schools of architecture in the history of the awards to take part in the celebration of excellence and talent. A record 350 institutions located in 71 countries were invited to nominate dissertations and design projects. And for months, hundreds of entries arrived on our doorstep from all over the world. After several days of judging, our panels agreed on the medal and commendation winners that you'll see tonight. This evening also marks the opening of the 2016 President's Medals exhibition, which you can see in the practice space, which is our gallery on the 2nd floor of the building here. This exhibition features a selection of entries printed on individual panels by our printing partner Call Print, and once it closes in London at the end of January next year, it will tour throughout the UK and indeed internationally. And to celebrate this year's President's Medals winners with all of our members, we produced a special supplement to be distributed with the December edition of our media partner, the RIBA Journal, a fantastic publication. It can be found in 20,000 post boxes from tomorrow morning, but you can help yourselves to a copy here tonight after the ceremony. Finally, I'd like to thank the RIBA staff who worked tirelessly over the many months to make these awards happen. And I'd like to thank you, the hardworking teachers, talented students, and inquisitive practitioners for pushing the boundaries of architecture. On behalf of the Institute, we thank you for your unfaltering commitment to the profession and for your continuing support for education and building better communities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alan. And now to start announcing the winners of tonight's awards, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage the President of the RIBA, Jane Duncan.
Thank you very much, David. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm really pleased to see in this auditorium so many talented architecture graduates and the tutors who worked so hard to shape their potential and get them to be the best in their future professions. As we celebrate 180 years of the RIBA President's Medals this year, I couldn't feel more honoured to be standing here before you and to host tonight's ceremony, because I feel genuinely reassured that the future of architecture can be safely entrusted to a highly talented and capable generation of emerging architects. As I revisited the winning work produced by so many talented graduates, tutors, and practitioners to find inspiration to write these words, I found myself not only in awe of the outstanding talent and hard work evident in every narrative and in every image, but mostly pleased that teachers and students continue to forge innovative career paths that will undoubtedly enrich the future of architecture. Normally, anniversary celebrations of any kind tend to look to the past for examples of accomplishment. But the more time I spent with this year's award-winning work, the more I realized that rather than looking back, we should hold the 180th anniversary of the RIBA President's Medals as a celebration of the future. The quality and diversity of the projects we will see tonight should make us all feel extremely proud of the next generation of our fellow colleagues and be confident that the future of architecture is indeed in very good hands. I'm humbled by the way that students have so confidently addressed issues that stem from their own personal interests and indeed have developed them into grounded and solid architectural proposals with the guiding hands of their tutors. Equally, the design proposals and investigative writings by this year's award-winning researchers are truly remarkable in their creative ambition and accomplished resolution. It's particularly heartening to note the very international and diverse profile of this year's awards, and with the winners hailing not only from the UK, but also from Canada, China, Cyprus, Eritrea, Israel, Finland, Hong Kong, Italy, Pakistan, Romania, New Zealand, and Sri Lanka. How marvellous is that? Mirroring this diversity, the international dimension of the RIBA President's Medals exhibition has also grown to unprecedented levels. Over the past few years, and in collaboration with universities, art galleries, and museums, we've been able to showcase the entries submitted for the President's Medals across the globe and demonstrate that supporting architects and celebrating architecture is at the heart of what we do. This year alone, the President's Medals exhibition was visited by thousands on the streets of Bogotá in Colombia, at the Institute for Innovation and Creative Strategies in Architecture in Lyon, France, at the Center for Environmental Planning and Technology in Ahmedabad, India, at the University of Belgrade, Serbia, at the Beirut Arab University in Lebanon, and at the Biblioteca Alexandrina in Egypt. There we go, you can see some of it. And I'm very pleased to announce that we have already scheduled venues to host the 2016 President's Medals exhibition. Over the next few months, it will be in Saudi Arabia, in Sharjah, in Oman, in Bahrain, in Mexico, in Serbia, India, Italy, and Argentina. So I hope you enjoy tonight's celebration of our Institute's rich history of supporting excellence and innovation in architectural education, while looking forward to the future and to the next 180 years with confidence and with excitement. Thank you.